So we are going to talk about the gap that actually exists between the people that need technology, it means internet access, and the services that the public library is giving. There is three parts of our presentation. The first part is to explain how actually that program works. The second part is what we are going to propose, and the third and last part is our proposal. So nowadays, could you just so there is a very, very interesting program named it's Wi-Fi hotspot lending program that it's sponsored. It has been sponsoring by Google and the City of Toronto. So how many of you know what a hotspot means? I mean, many of you? Okay, it's awesome. The City of Toronto is lending hotspots to you, and there is the next one, please. So nowadays, there is a pilot program that the City of Toronto lends you a hotspot for free for 6 months length. And you can, the program began in June this year. And the main objective is to help people to have the access to find a job at Google, to receive and to send emails, and to study and fill government forms. So we were wondering, okay, it's awesome to have for free internet access in your home, but how that is going to help you to reduce poverty? So I think the main issue here, or the main challenge, is to find a way to use those resources in the best way. So next, please. What the program works today is that the City of Toronto gave 200 devices. This is the device. It's very nice. I haven't seen it before. And the challenge was that the public library offered those devices to everyone. But they don't have the data of how they are going to be used. So can we please, the next one? Okay, so what they decided to do for this first pilot is to distribute those devices through 6 branches. So those branches were selected through the data that we have of neighborhoods improvement area, that are neighborhoods that I didn't know because I'm new in the city, but they are, the data shows the areas that where the people have low income, which is okay, but we don't know if those devices or if that internet access is going to be used for Facebook. That is, it's not bad, but how that is going to help to reduce poverty. So the problem that we have to solve is to give information to public library, to look for more funds, because there are going to be a second pilot, so the time is very short, and how they are going to demonstrate that that pilot is really solving poverty or helping to solve poverty. So it's not just to give resources and have or give something for free to people. We have to be sure that those resources are going to be used in a very successful way. Nowadays, only 59% of low-income households have internet access at home. So there are a huge number of people that they really, really need to have internet at home to find a job, or to find or to receive and send emails, and not only to play in Facebook or to give it for the kids, let's say. So our proposal is that Toronto Library can access those groups of people. That is a kind of the same proposal that the last group said, because we don't have to invent the wheel, right? There are organisms that they have already focused, or they have already worked with those people that really need a job, for example. So let's say that those those groups can be new immigrants, the people that have low income, entrepreneurs, and people with disabilities. Of course, there are more people, but the resources are not that much. So we have to be very focused on that. So the proposal is that Toronto Library look to send information about this pilot program to those groups. So these groups are going to share the information about this program to the people that are already needed of this. The people is going to go to the public library and ask for this device. And in that way, we can have, maybe it's not 100% sure, but we are going to be more focused on those groups that really need that kind of service. Additionally to that, we can ask those groups to apply a survey in order to have more information, because nowadays we don't have that information, who really needs this kind of service. And that information can be sent by internet or by a web page in order to give the public library and the government more information and have the basis to give more sources, to give more funds for this kind of project.
About 1 minute, Nora.
Yeah. So the benefits is that we are going to be sure that these funds are going to be applied for the people that really need. The public library has, or is going to have more data to ask for more funds to the city, and devices are going to be distributed with the same facilities, with the same systems that the public library is distributing books. For example, maybe you can help me with that part.
You got 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Basically, the concern was the library can't be means testing individuals. They can't be collecting data on who actually these people are. And so if you make this available sort of to anyone who drops in, if you've at least advertised primarily to folks who are more likely to be needing the service, the folks who come to the library to request this are more likely to be people in need of it. And the library then doesn't have to sort of ask, well, prove to me that you need this particular resource.
Perfect. Thanks, guys.
Great, thank you.